Hi, good morning. I'm Raleigh Brown. This is Curve Flattening Concert number 657. Just trucking along here, and I say hello to Stephen DeHaas over there on YouTube, and Slim Edelman, and things are scrolling here, and Tom Dietz, and Ann Mintz, my dear friend, and Audrey Bernheimer, Kate Mack out there on the West Coast, and Karen Beatty on the East Coast, and John Hubner in the middle of the country in Lima, Lima, Ohio. Oops. And David Klein from Bethel Woods, New York, and Linda Worster and Deb Leiby Clark. Good to see you all here. I will clink you with the Ann Mintz Cloicophonic mug. Here's to a good day, a hopeful future. So I do have some Charlie pictures for you this morning. So here's Charlie. I'll just put these both up here. That's the second one. So the first one is Charlie. On the left is Charlie having his way with my egg plate after I'm done with it. And the second one is Charlie looking up at me like, okay, I cleaned the plate. Can I have something else to eat now? So I learned this rule a long time ago from, I share a house with a guy named Ben Ruth, who's a great violin maker. I think he lives somewhere in New York State now. And Ben's grandfather or somebody had taught him that you don't let your dogs beg at the table, but you let them be at the table as long as they're lying down. So Charlie's rule is if he's lying there, he knows he'll get something. If he's standing, he will not get anything. Once I put the plate down, he eats easier standing up, so that's why he's standing in that one. But this is the Charlie, please give me some more food look. So that's the boy for today. Now, my first song today, let me do a couple more hellos. Michael Tierson is here. One more hello. And, and Ken Nashif, and Pam Zappardino, and Charlotte Cantrell, and David Arthur Radcliffe, and Charlie Bryant, and Warren and Janelle, and Keith Shaw, and Aretta and Ron. Good to see all you guys. So this first one is a request from my old friend Skip Staples. And I know Skip probably 20 years, 25 years from the early Kaufman camps, which he attended. And then we went and visited him on the Outer Banks at one time. Now he lives a little more inland, I think. And he requested this tune, which I didn't know, so I started figuring out. It's got a cool chord progression. I'll tell you a little bit about it afterwards. It's called Almost Like Falling in, or Almost Like Being in Love. almost like being in love. And I see we have both Charlie Koch and Cozy Sheridan here this morning, and we'll talk a little bit more about them in the announcement section. Michael Miller is here, and Mike Verbick, and Michael Anthony Wood, and Linda Worcester, I think I said hi to. So that's great. Now this tune, it's a cool thing. It's kind of a 2-5-1 or 4-5-1. F da da G A, and then around the cycle of fourths, A or C, then A7, then F G C, and then does that twice, and then you get to the bridge, and the bridge goes into the key of A. So this is a B minor, E7. A major, A minor is a 2 chord in the key of G, and then a D chord, which would be the 5 chord. So you'd think it would go back to G here, but it doesn't. It goes to E, which leads you, for reasons I don't totally understand, back to the original 2 or 4 chord. So it's this thing that goes, the bridge goes, beautiful chord change there, and then you're back at the beginning, from there. What a cool song. Anyhow, that's song number 1 for today. And I see Heidi McClure is here with Jerry Wordman, and they're back in Monument, Colorado. And John Rossi and Jim Greco here pretty early for Jim. And great bunch of you here today. It's always good to see you all. So next up, Helene Tober Fowler asked for, as she often does, for a Hoagy Carmichael song. And this is one of my, well, there's so many favorite Hoagy Carmichael songs I can't count them, but this is one. I've got a place in the sunny Southland. It's far from the not far from the Mississippi shore. It's way down by the Delta, where you'll find old Dixie's door. Now if your heart longs to love the Southland and magnolia trees galore, hang your hat up, man, in New Orleans, and you'll never wish for more. If you've never seen a quaint old southern city, come to New Orleans. If you haven't seen that town, boy, it's a pity. There ain't nothing like New Orleans. It will remind you of old-fashioned lace. A glass of wine will greet your smiling face. And if you ever see a dark-eyed girl like mine, boys, then you're right in it, you're right in New Orleans. It will remind you of old-fashioned lace. A glass of wine will greet your smiling face. And if you ever see a dark-eyed girl like mine, boys, then you're right in it, right in New Orleans. New Orleans by Hoagy Carmichael, which also has a terribly cool chord progression that kind of runs around the cycle of fifths in a real cool way, where it goes Da 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 da. So most cycle of fifth songs use only 4 chords from the cycle. So if you're in the key of G, you'd go G, E7, A7, D7, and then back to G. This one backs up a little farther along the cycle, and it goes from, in this case, you're in E minor, and it goes to the F sharp, which is the 5th of B, which is the 5th of E, which is the 5th of A, which is the 5th of D, which is the 5th of G. So instead of going just to the E, A, D, it goes to the F sharp and the B, and then the E and the A and the D. And that works because 5 chords, dominant 7th chords, have a sound in them that makes you want to return to a 1 chord. And so if F sharp is the 5 chord of B, then it makes you want to go to a B. But if you play the B as a dominant 7, then it wants to go to E. And then if you play the E as a dominant 7, it wants to resolve to A. And then the A wants to resolve to D. And finally, you're back at the key you're in. Who knew? Okay, so I'm feeling very educational today because I'm getting ready to go teach a bunch of workshops at the Philly Folk Festival this week, and we'll talk about that a little more after the next tune. So this is one of my favorite jazz standards, and it's a kind of work tune, like almost everybody who learns jazz. Somewhere along the line, if they study with someone, they're going to say, okay, this is the tune we're going to work on, Autumn Leaves. So here we go. Autumn Leaves. That last chord there was for Linda Worcester because she loves funky chords like that. And let me see who else is here. Carol Pred. Hi, Carol. And Tim G. over there from Detroit. And I'm sorry I can't. Larry Pattis is here. Hi, Larry. I cannot read your comments and still get everything else done. So I will get back to you all later. Sharon Lee, my dear friend who's actually Sharon Saki Lips. And let me see if I'm missing anybody. Bill Rubenstein is here. And he has a request coming up here too. And Matthew Ryan, hey. And great, Dave Mason. Sat outside in the sunshine with some of my family. Nearly forgot Raleigh was on. Well, here I am. And Patrick Landesa, probably fresh from the Swannanoa gathering. Patrick, I hope you're doing well and you had a good time down there if you were there. I think you were. So it's announcement time. So as I said, I will be this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 16th, 17th, and 18th, I will be at the Philadelphia Folk Festival in the Culture Tent. And my mandate there is to do a lot of teaching, actually. So we're going to have a couple basic guitar courses the first couple hours. And if you're at the festival, somebody asked and I answered, yes, bring your guitar. I will make you do stuff or try to make you do stuff. And then I'll be playing with a bunch of other people over the course of the weekend, including my dear friend and spiritual sister, Marcy Marxer. That'll be on Sunday. So you can go on my page and see all the schedule for that stuff. And then on October 5th, which is a little ways off, I'll be doing both a guitar workshop and a concert at Ann Mintz's house. And the workshop will be a 2-hour workshop. First hour will probably be basic solo blues guitar, how to play solo blues. A little bit about melody playing. And then the second hour will be Ask Me Anything. And if you don't ask me anything, then we'll just go on into more bluesy stuff. But if you do, I'll answer that. So think about that. That'll be from 4 till 6 on October 5th. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll have a concert. Hello to the Invisibles. I did see a note here that Lori Payne is here. So hello, Lori. And Kit Serikaku and Judith Fox, Joel Biget, George Young, and Mario Prue. The whole gang, okay? So there is, as always, a PayPal link right there. I'm pointing to it. I'm learning how to point to it every day for 657 concerts. I've been trying to figure it out, how to do this. It's like looking in a mirror and trying to do something. And if you feel like leaving something, that's fine. If you don't feel like leaving something, that is also fine. We just love having you aboard here. And next up, the schedule. And the schedule is that it's Sunday, and I am on with you now. Monday, I do not know who's on. Some of you may list people you like to list. And Tuesday, Cozy and Charlie are here. There's a good chance they'll be doing a concert one way or another. I think that there are some, they just got back off the road and they may have some issues going in. So you want to check Cozy's page to make sure, but stop by there. It'll probably happen. I have a feeling that you'll get to hear her wonderfulness and Charlie's wonderfulness again after they've been away for the last 3 weeks or so. And then I will be back on Wednesday. And Cozy Sheridan says, fingers crossed. So this next song, I'll actually dedicate it to at least 3 of the Charlies who are in the house here. One of them is Charlie Bryant, and the Clown Prince of Raleigh World. Another is Charlie Koch, who's my good friend and the husband and accompanist to Cozy Sheridan. And the other one is, of course, as we've already noted, Charlie the Dog. So this song is by Danny O'Keefe. Everybody's gone away. Said they're moving to L.A. There ain't a soul I know around. Everybody's leaving town. Some caught a freight, some caught a train. Find the sunshine, leaves the rain. To say this town will waste your time, I guess they're right, 'cause it's wasting mine. Some gotta win, some gotta lose, and Good Time Charlie's got the blues. You know, my heart keeps telling me you ain't no kid at 33. You mess around and you lose your wife. You play too hard and you lose your life. I got my pills to ease the pain. Can't find a thing to ease this rain. I'd like to try and settle down, but everybody's leaving town. Some gotta win, some gotta lose, and Good Time Charlie's got the blues. I got my pills to ease the pain. Can't find a thing to ease this rain. I'd like to try and settle down, but everybody's leaving town. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good Time Charlie's got the blues. Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues, dedicated to Charlie Koch and Charlie Bryant and Charlie the Cattle Dog, and played on the OM18 Authentic, the now 11-year-old guitar. Who knew when I bought it new several years back that it would become an old Martin? So next up, I thought these last couple songs are kind of dedicated to a hopeful future for us all. Let's just leave it at that. Somewhere over the rainbow. So I want to thank you for joining me. I got one more song for you here. This was requested by my old friend Bill Rubenstein. And it is a song of hope, written by a young Bob Dylan. Oh, the time will come up when the winds will stop and the breeze will cease to be a breathing, like the stillness in the wind before the hurricane begins, the hour when the ship comes in. Oh, the seas will split and the ship will hit, and the sands on the shoreline will be shaken. Then the tide will sound and the wind will pound, and the morning will be breaking. Oh, the fishes will laugh as they swim out of the path, and the seagulls, they'll be smiling, and the rocks on the sand will proudly stand the hour that the ship comes in. And the words that are used for to get the ship confused will not be understood as they're spoken, for the chains of the sea will have busted in the night and will be buried on the bottom of the ocean. Oh, a song will lift as the mainsail shifts and the boat drifts on to the shoreline, and the sun will respect every face on the deck the hour when the ship comes in. Then the sands will roll out a carpet of gold for your weary toes to be a-touching, and the ship's wise men will remind you once again that the whole wide world is watching. Oh, the foes will rise with the sleep still in their eyes, and they'll jerk from their beds and think they're dreaming, but they'll pinch themselves and squeal and know that it's for real in the hour that the ship comes in. Then they'll raise their hands saying we'll meet all your demands, but we'll shout from the bow your days are numbered, and like Pharaoh's tribe they'll be drowned in the tide, like Goliath they'll be conquered. When the Ship Comes In, from Bob Dylan. So I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to see if there might be a bunch of people I missed here. Frank Mato is here, kind of on the end of the list there. Debbie Daniels, I didn't see, and Helene got here. And Dave Van Allen, good to see you. I said hi to Zap. And Michael Tierson, if I missed anybody, I apologize. Anyhow, I will see you again on Wednesday. Hopefully we will all get to see Cozy and Charlie on Tuesday. Milwaukee Matson is here. I didn't see him popped in. He might have just got here. And Bunny Barnes, too. So I will sing you a little tiny little mantra. Maybe we'll use that Ship Comes In thing. be happy and be healthy, be brave and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. If you get cranky, take a nap. Have a great first half of the week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.